Hello and welcome to the Revanites Podcast, episode 4. This week we're covering Harry Potter. With me, as always, let me tell you something. He's big, he's got a beard, he's really friendly.
Oh, me.
I'm not talking about who, I'm talking about you.
It's Mr. Dan Nedham.
Yeah. The other one, let me just say, he's the Ron Weasley to my Harry Potter. He is the sock to my Dobby.
Hugh Phillips.
And we've got a fourth person. It's 4 Hogwarts houses, so there's got to be 4 people here. Introduce yourself, please, sir.
I'm from Gryffindor House, and the name's Craig Gregory.
Craig Gregory. Let's get into it then, is it, lads?
Let's do it.
Yeah, go for it.
Brilliant. Well, I will bounce off that then. Craig, you were Gryffindor.
Yeah, because that's the only one I know from
Yeah.
the film.
Oh, no.
Who were you? You're a Hufflepuff and you know it.
Yeah, give me Hufflepuff.
Fucking is as well. But you, Ash?
Oh, we all know I'm Slytherin.
Yeah, same.
I'm not. I'm actually Ravenclaw according to Pottermore, but
You are wearing blue as well.
let's be honest,
Yeah.
I'm a fucking snake, so... No, I'm a Ravenclaw. I'm guessing you're Gryffindor.
Slytherin.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense. Yeah, because the thing is, Slytherin is just Gryffindor, but they're not nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just mean.
But that's what I mean. You're pretty much a Slytherin, but you are nice. So
Yeah. It's like the outward appearance of nice, and inside is just like,
Yeah.
I planned like 60 ways of killing you already.
you're Albus Potter.
Oh, please don't. Let's not. I don't
Do
know.
you hate that though? That like just all their kids happen to be born.
I really hate the
but
name
to
of
go
fucking
into
choice.
the
Yeah,
same year.
Fucking hell. It's just like,
It's awful, isn't
first
it?
name Albus. What was it? Albus.
Albus Severus.
No,
Albus
it's
Severus Potter.
Isn't he the second one?
That's the main one, isn't it?
Is he? I thought he was
He's
the
like the
second.
first. I think he's the first one. James.
I thought
is
Oh wait,
James-
doesn't he name
I
one
thought-
after Sirius
I
as
thought
well?
James Sirius was
Albus,
the first
is it
one.
Albus Sirius? I
No,
don't know.
Let's
Albus.
Google
You
it.
got
Let's have a look.
phones. It's
I thought-
2020.
I thought it was-
Albus.
I thought
I'm
it was
pretty
James
sure
Sirius.
it's Albus Severus Potter.
Yeah, I thought
is
it was
the-
the second one though.
He might be the second one, and
James
James Sirius.
Sirius,
James
yeah.
Sirius is the first one.
Oh, I think James Sirius sounds about right to me.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I already know there's people fucking bashing us in the
Oh
comments.
god, yeah.
How could they not know? Albus Severus is one,
Is he
and
the first
James
or second?
Sirius Potter is the oldest. Yeah. And
Yeah,
apparently he's
James
got a
Sirius,
daughter.
Albus Severus, and Lily Luna Potter.
Ugh.
Thing is, right, I don't mind James Sirius. Fair enough. It's his father
Why
and his
Luna?
godfather, and Luna
Like
Lovegood.
I get that, but she didn't die or was like, I mean, Sirius
Well,
Black,
right,
Harry's.
to be
like,
fair, Luna was the
adopted
only
father.
female friend of that group. Obviously, apart from Hermione, who has her own kids.
No, there's the Chinese girl. What's her name?
She doesn't count. Cho
Oh,
Chang
Cho
doesn't count.
Chan.
at all.
What about
Cho Chang is a waste
Ginny?
of space.
Yeah,
after-
she's a waste.
Ginny?
Ginny was cool.
Yeah, but that's Ginny's kid.
Surely
you
Nymph-
can't call her
Surely,
Geneva.
no.
She
whoa,
hates
whoa,
Genova,
whoa, whoa,
Genova,
whoa.
one thing.
Surely Nymphadora before Luna.
They're leaving that for Teddy's kids.
I don't know. Luna just seems like a random
he would,
pose to
he
me,
would
man,
have the
'cause she
honour.
doesn't.
She's the only main female character of the students wise that's in the main group.
I get your point. It just,
It's like if
seems like a
they
stretch
chose
to me,
Cho
man.
Chang, it's like Harry's ex was a bitch to Harry throughout the books when he wasn't what she thought he was going to be.
Yeah, true.
I don't
She
know,
was-
it
she
just,
was
it,
too
ju- it just doesn't
fucking-
fit the pattern, though, does it?
She moved on pretty quick from
They should've
Cedric
killed
Diggory as well,
McGonagall off.
in my opinion.
Kill McGonagall off, name him Minerva. Job done.
It's not a bad shout, to be fair.
But the naming conventions of the Potter's kids does my fucking head in.
Have
It
you?
really does. It's like
It's a lot to swallow, isn't it? You're like, come on, now.
Albus, I can
It's
sort
a
of
mouthful.
think.
I'm already confused with what's going on.
Right, so wizards and families, they tend to name their kids long fucking names. Like Albus
Yeah, I know.
Dumbledore as Albus Percival Wulfric Dumbledore, Brian Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian.
Yeah, I always thought it was Bran for so long
Bran.
because the way
It's because Brian's so plain.
Michael Gambon, the way he says, I always use it as Bran,
yeah, exactly.
and I saw written down, I was like, what the fuck is it's Dumbledore, but no, so it's like James I can understand, James the Sirius I can understand, both fathers Harry, he didn't have a father who grew up, really, no, he didn't,
Yeah.
until the Weasley and Sirius, obviously Remus as well. But why the fuck did he name him Severus?
Because Severus is probably the
He's-
biggest hero of the franchise.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
I think so.
fucking right off.
No, because he is. Do you not
off.
realise that? Albus used Harry.
with you.
Creepy fuck.
I'm with you. No, I'm with you.
What?
Severus Snape is the
Yeah.
biggest hero.
Yeah.
He infiltrates Voldemort, plays exactly the way Albus does,
Right.
without Voldemort even knowing.
I'm not gonna.
He's
I'm not gonna
he's-
deny that he
he's
lied
the
to
most-
Voldemort's face.
He's arguably powerful than Dumbledore.
Yeah, he is.
Just saying
In
that.
one aspect of magic, in
no.
legitimacy, yeah.
No, he's probably one of the greatest wizards out there because
Yeah.
he infiltrated the Dark Lord's
in
order,
legitimacy, yeah.
and then even though Dumbledore was already one step ahead, and Albus was one step ahead of Voldemort. Severus was 2 or 3.
No, he was.
Do
He
you know
was
what?
working
If you
on
had asked
Dumbledore's
me
orders.
weeks ago when we were doing this, if I thought the Harry Potter was going to be the most heated one, I wouldn't have saw this
No,
coming.
right. This is
telling you,
my,
mate,
this is
Severus
my-
for the win.
This is my thing. Why Snape shouldn't ever be honoured as a hero.
Why?
Ever, especially by the fucking fandom. The fandom is mostly made up of early 20s ish to teens.
Mm.
Who the fuck would have an abusive teacher as their hero? Because he was for what by that point
Protect Harry, innit?
14, 15 years.
I was going to say,
16 years.
Yeah, he acts like
the entire time of just abusing kids mentally.
No.
Yes, yes.
No. We see him abusing Harry, Ron. Who else do we see him abusing?
Neville, the entirety of
Yeah,
Gryffindor
Neville.
house, every other house other than Slytherin.
Hermione Granger
Yeah,
as
because
well.
he knows. No, because he knows Voldemort is coming. He's like, these Gryffindor kids are a bunch of whinies, and they need to toughen up, and they
Yeah.
ain't gonna cut
Voldemort was gone for 11 years by that point.
Do you know?
it. Was he though?
I mean, do you realise,
Yeah.
right?
Or was he working in the opposite, quite literally opposite, and all wrapped up in a purple turban?
No, that was only the year
And
before.
by the way,
Yeah.
Snape knew that as well
They
because he'd
all
always
knew.
follow Quirrell.
That was
They
only
all
the
knew
year before
Voldemort
that.
was still knocking about. They
The
all knew.
year before, the whispers are heard.
Daniel, no.
And let's not forget,
No.
right? Harry thinks that. Let's be fair, right? Harry thinks that it was his dad who sent the dough. It was Snape the entire time.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not saying
yeah.
Like-
Snape has
Sent him the
those,
sword of
because-
Gryffindor.
Sent him the sword of Gryffindor. He saved him from the Dementors. He rescued. But
Severus Snape MVP decided.
Right, Snape only joined Dumbledore's side because this is the only
Because he
literally-
loved Harry's mum. Oh, what a horrible person.
he crawled. He stepped over the dead body of James to get to Lily.
No, that is true. That is a bit weird. I'm with you that.
Let me just see the rest of it. Cradled her dead body in his arms
Right.
While he's crying.
in the
let's-
same room as her child was crying his eyes out because his mum was just, and he got hit with a killing curse.
No, yeah, you're right there. That is a bit.
yeah.
So just take everything that Snape's done. I'm not saying like what he did wasn't wrong. He lied to Voldemort, arguably one of the most powerful wizards ever, and one of the most skilled legitimacies ever born. You can look into your mind just by looking into your eyes, or even don't be in the same room as you. Snape full on lied to his face, and still didn't get found. That's an incredible piece of magic.
It is, yeah.
Doesn't negate the fact he was a scumbag to kid for 16 years.
Yeah.
But then now,
Personally, for
I
me,
can see
hold
why,
on
man. I can see
But surely
why.
then, if we're working off that logic, then we also have to discuss how much of an absolute douchebag James Potter
I was
is.
gonna say.
Oh God, yeah.
He was
Right.
an ass.
There's a really
Paul
good.
was a terrible kid until, what, 5th year I think it was, something like that.
There's a
Then
really
he bucked up his
good-
ideas thing. But Snape didn't. He joined basically what was wizard Nazis.
Yeah.
Just think of that. He joined
Yeah.
what was essentially the wizard SS.
No, yeah, but come on, that's because of how his school life was. Because no one would be his friend except for, is it Lever or Lita Lestrange?
Oh, that was one of them. I don't know.
One of the
No,
Lestranges who basically
no,
groomed him into joining the
Leah
Nazis.
was
Yeah.
that you think of Fantastic Beasts you are.
I don't know, whichever one was it with them
Bellatrix.
Yeah, I don't think it was Bellatrix though. I think it was.
It was Bellatrix. She was in school with him. Leah was decades before. Leah was in 20s, no. 20s, whatever it was.
There's a really good
And
short film about.
And to be fair, because Snape isn't even pure
Snape.
blood, is he? He's
No,
half
Snape
blood.
was Half-Blood.
Yeah.
Right, so
Which makes even less sense why he would join Voldemort.
when you get the chance, check out Severus Snape and the Marauders. It's a prequel. It's like a fan film, but about obviously Snape as a teenager. It is incredible. It's really well done. It's top notch.
I've seen a lot of things between looking at people arguing why Snape was why he had all that anger towards Harry because of James. I can totally understand that.
Oh yeah, it was Lita Lestrange.
He was Strange was like
Yeah,
from
Lita
the-
Lestrange talks Snape into joining.
No, Lita was.
Yes, no, mate, it's definitely Lita Lestrange. Like Lita Lestrange is the one that talks Severus Snape into joining Slytherin.
She was in the 20s. She dies in.
Let's be fair,
29.
Fantastic Beasts timeline is wrong anyway, because of Minerva, they get McGonagall wrong.
Yeah,
she
she's
shouldn't
already
even be
there,
alive
yeah.
at that point. Also,
Dumbledore's
is
age is
teaching the
now-
wrong lesson, so I don't think we can
Yeah.
use Fantastic Beasts as like
Yeah.
the be all end all.
No.
But I don't know where in the box it says Lita. So
It might be. I might have read it from
I'd
that
have
prequel,
to
but I
look
knew
at
it was Lita. That's what.
I'd have to look at that.
Google. Yeah.
But it's just there were so many more deserving figures in Harry's life rather than the one with the really creepy obsession with his mum. I thought Lords had a lot bigger impact as well.
I get
Arthur
that, but
Weasley,
I think like
for instance, he
yeah,
basically
but
adopted
He's not
women.
dead, is he?
Yeah, but
And plus, I think the crux of that is that the fact that Harry spent so many years just being like, nah, this guy is Himmler. He is Himmler to Voldemort's Hitler.
Yeah.
thing is he was.
And then he's like, oh, turns out he isn't.
thing is, he
Yeah.
wasn't.
It's
He
like-
wasn't until Lily was targeted. That's the weird thing. If right, so the prophecy that made Harry the child that Voldemort needed to kill. There was two kids. There was Neville and
Yeah, I was going to say
Harry.
Neville and Harry.
If he had went after the Longbottoms and killed the Longbottoms and made Neville the child of prophecy, Snape would never have rejoined Dumbledore because
Right.
Lily wasn't the target. That is the only reason he is on the good side. The only reason. Otherwise, he would have been a full-up paid member of Voldemort's army.
Because he loves Lily, didn't he? As well.
Love is it?
No, but then,
Wait
no.
for what he is.
Oh no! If we're gonna go down the what if tracks, then right, and this one then. All right. So what you just said happens. They killed Neville instead. Except the day after Voldemort's killed Neville, Lily, who is now alive, goes to Snape and is like, "Come on, join the right side." So he does.
Yeah, but
And he would as well, because he's madly in love.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if
We can't be delving into what ifs.
if-
We're not rewriting Harry
No,
Potter
we're not
today.
going to.
We're not doing
J-
that.
J.K. Rowling's done enough of that over the
Oh
last few years anyway.
God, I know. I hate that. That's the biggest cop out possible. Like that's bullshit. She shouldn't be allowed to do that.
Well, rewrite or
Rewrite.
I swear,
Yeah,
right, not rewrite. Sorry.
it's redundant. It
What-
only
what am I trying to
matters
say?
if it's in the text at the time.
Yeah.
Show
Yeah, that
stuff
makes
that was
sense.
already there in the world. You just didn't see it because I didn't put it in the
Like-
box. That doesn't
Yeah,
count.
that's what I'm saying. Like it'd be very easy if Tolkien was allowed now to go back. I think you find there is black
can't-
men in Middle
you
Earth. I just didn't write about them.
Yeah.
He
Alright,
rises
and-
from the dead, bring out a new copy
Yeah.
of his mansion that he took with him to the grave.
But that's it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't need to bring out a new copy. You just tweeted like black people exist in Middle
Tolkien
Earth.
tweets.
I never wrote about them, but they are.
One-
there.
one-
So
Yeah,
stop
they're
slagging
there.
me off.
One
But,
in that you'd have to show Tolkien what Twitter
Yeah.
was.
Well, yeah.
Fucking imagine.
But
that.
that's all that J.K. Rowling amounts to. Is
Yeah.
it's like she goes to conventions and people are like, hey, why haven't you got this in your book? And then like 6 months later, she's like, ooh, this was in the book, but
Didn't write about it.
She ages a piece of paper and writes on it. Oh,
Yeah.
see, it was lost. It was lost on the back in 1991.
It was on the appendix, which I recently added.
And I also don't understand why we need to know specifically about Dumbledore's like fair enough telling us his sexuality, that's cool, but like going into what he's like into,
Nah.
who asks
Oh, I
for that?
remember
Who
seeing
needs
all
that?
that, and I was like, why
Like,
do
who
I need
needs
to know
that?
that? Why?
Well,
yeah.
That's more fan fiction in what
Yeah.
JK needs to give. There's no point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I
The-
get
the
that
author
now.
doing that.
Realistically, we're all of that age where we know what sex is. Gee
Yeah.
whiz.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're still young adult novels.
Yeah.
So why is
Yeah.
she like
Yeah.
putting
No,
out there
no,
that
no,
Dumbledore
there's
was
still-
having a fucking
I'd say
whip on his back?
up until book 4, there's still kids books.
Yeah.
Book 3 was when we were inside getting dark, but yeah, there's still kids books.
So
Yeah.
that's
Like,
what I mean.
They don't need. You don't need.
She doesn't
it.
need to be talking about sadomasochism
In
when it
book,
comes to her
my-
characters, you know?
My
Yeah, exactly.
way of thinking about Dumbledore and sexuality, especially with Grindelwald and all that, is it's not in the box. It was obviously like a companionship between him and Grindelwald. They're both incredibly smart wizards. Both had an idea for what they wanted Wizarding World to be.
Oh, they
Gr-
were rat in, just say it.
Grindelwald just had, it wasn't until Dumbledore's sister died in the fight. That's when Dumbledore was like, shit, I need to pack this in.
Ah, well, that's kind of gear on there now.
Yeah,
that's
it's-
Fantastic Beasts.
it's
I'm not a
iffy.
fan.
Yeah,
It's
I
But
didn't
you know
get
what
into
I
it.
mean?
'Cause that's the thing
we
as well.
We don't need any of the Dumbledore Grindelwald, with lovers, but we don't need any of that.
No, but
All in the box is they were companions to an extent of academic, whatever you want to call it. There's no evidence in the box of them being having any sort of
Yeah.
sexual relationship, which it doesn't need it.
it doesn't need it, no. But
And that's what
at
annoys
the same
me.
time, like if it's in there, then that's fair enough. Great.
If it was
I
written
just
in
don't
from the
agree
start,
with.
I wouldn't.
I
mind.
just don't agree with the going back and retconning
No.
it. And then also, she's doubly copping out on that because they're refusing to acknowledge it in Fantastic Beasts. Like,
Yeah.
now is her chance to prove that, yes, my representation does matter, but they're like, ooh, Is he going to be gay
They-
in Fantastic Beasts?
They tried to do it through symbolism, through the blood pact pendant thing.
Yeah.
They tried to do it for that, and they just didn't. And then obviously Dumbledore looking at the mirror of Erised and seeing Grindelwald there. That doesn't count. It's like that showed obviously you could sort of make the thing of they were really, really good friends, but they had this vision for the world, they made a pact thing, and that's what that is. That's all it is. The mirror of Erised, he regrets losing his friendship, wish he could have done it differently. That's what the mirror of Erised is. That's what him seeing. That's all it thing. It doesn't mean they were gay and they had fucking mass anal sex with, it's not what it means, JK.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a bit...
Well, especially with the fucking trans
Yeah,
stuff
she-
lately she's been doing. Fucking hell.
Her Green Line can get in the bin.
Yeah.
Did any of you read like The Cursed Child then, or?
I have the
Yeah.
book.
That's bonkers. I feel like that came into her office. She read the first 4 pages and was like, just do it, because it's got like a dramatic dip in that story's quality. Like it's
I've heard a lot of people say that that's something that you've really got to have like a Marmite thing for it. You either like it or you
but
don't like it.
it's written and it's performed in 2 halves, and it is
Yeah.
very much
Yeah.
a story of 2 halves,
Yeah.
because the first half is okay, and then the second half is just it's like it's
Right.
written by 2 completely different people.
Yeah.
Because I'm going up to London now in July, so I'm thinking I might get tickets for it. Because it's been out there for the last few years, so I think I have to go and see it just because I'm such a big Harry Potter fan.
Yeah.
And so after I'll give my full on verdict then. But until then, I've been iffy with it since.
Have you not
obviously
read it then? No.
I haven't read it all because
Oh,
I'm like
God.
I don't want to read a script book, and then have my impression of it tarnished from that, because obviously it's a script. It's not supposed to be read as
No,
a
it
book.
needs to be performed. There's no point reading
Like,
something.
don't
that's
get me wrong,
performance.
you could change a script into a book. It's not that difficult. But if it's just a script and you're reading it as a book, it's gonna. That's why a lot of people don't like it, because they've only read the book,
Yeah.
whereas the book's the script. It's
Honestly,
it's gonna be weird.
I don't think you're gonna like it, man. I don't think
I'll
No,
go.
I read it and I was like, it's like it seemed too cliche.
it's like you were saying earlier, Craig. It's just like a mad fan fiction that's just somehow got published, because she didn't write The Cursed Child. It was 2 randomers.
Yeah.
And it's very
that's
much
where I
reads
think
like
she
that.
started really getting into Twitter with the whole this and that, because it was
Yeah.
all about who was playing Harry on stage.
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
weren't
it's
happy with
that's
the.
it.
Yeah, no, it was Hermione,
black
because
girl
Hermione was a black
yeah.
girl. And I'm
Black
like,
woman, yeah.
well, I never said she was black in the books. And it's like,
Which is
yeah,
fair
but-
enough.
That's understandable, but then I think obviously where everyone's then questioning what's going on with Cursed Child, they're then going back and looking at everything else, because she's going retcon.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Like obviously one of the big ones from, especially from the Fantastic films, is the Maledictus, what Nagini is. She's not just a giant fuck off snake
I hate
that
that.
Voldemort controls, which you can say, okay, it's a magical variety of snake. Cool, it's going to be a 16-foot fucking snake in the magical world somewhere. You have basilisks.
I hate
but-
that.
In fact, she's she's the reverse of an animagus. She turns into an animal, then stays when she gets to a certain point in life. She stays as an animal.
Okay.
That's basically a magic. So an animagus is what Sirius, James, and
Oh, right,
Peter
okay,
They can
yeah.
morph.
They can change into an
Yeah,
animal.
animals.
What McGonagall is, she can change into a cat. So
Yeah. Okay.
that's what they are.
That's
A Maledictus is the opposite. Basically, it's almost like a curse. So
Alright.
they can turn into animals, or certain ones, usually snakes. And then when they get to a certain
It's
point,
like puberty. Once
they
they reach like a
stay-
certain
That's
age,
it, that's
like,
it, they stay in that.
So
Ah.
in that form.
Nagini is this giant fuck off snake, but she was a woman.
Alright,
You see her
okay.
in Crimes of Grindelwald.
I haven't watched that.
Okay.
I've seen
It was-
Fantastic Beasts, and I know a lot of people said to me, don't worry about it. But
I didn't mind for Crimes of Grindelwald, just because I'm like, I went into it not expecting it to be. I knew from the start it's going to be a 5-film story.
that was
storyline.
ambitious. That's
Taking Fantastic, which is basically
one
a
book.
Hogwarts
wasn't it?
textbook on magical
Magical
animals. That's
creatures.
all it is.
Yeah, because that's what I thought. It was like just like an
Yeah.
anthology. of-
From if they went from the first one, do it as Newt going around the world making his book,
like a Pokemon Go, but
like a
sort
sort
of
of,
thing.
yeah,
that makes sense.
like a Newt going to places, either finding or documenting these creatures, and some sort of trouble goes around, or someone goes around following him, maybe to try and stop him.
Yeah.
I can imagine that being okay. It wouldn't have been fantastic, but it would have been entertaining. I think seeing different environments, different creatures, and mad creatures we only hear of,
Yeah.
like Grindelows and stuff like that, in their natural habitat. I think that would have been cool.
Yeah.
But then to make it start like that,
Do you know
and then
what the
the-
problem with Fantastic Beasts is, or both of them, and is going to continue through it, is the whole thing reeks of studio interference, which is my big problem with Nagini. I guarantee you, Nagini was not in that original script.
Yeah.
That first draft, Nagini was not in that, and I guarantee you, someone in the studio. Who is that? Is it Warner Brothers?
Yeah.
Sat
Warner
down and
Brothers.
said, "No, we want a Voldemort reference in this.
So
Write
have
it in."
Nagini in. It's a thing of how and why Nagini ends up being with Voldemort. Because on one
But
hand,
do we really need to know that?
that's what I mean. But
I don't
it's,
wanna
but it's
know
in
that.
there now. That's the thing. No one ever wanted it, but it's there. That's the thing. Like, we could have gone all the entirety of human existence thinking that, cool, Nagini's a magical variety of snake, like a boa constrictor on fucking steroids, which is what she
Yeah.
is. And then, when he got his body back, because we only see her in 4, we only see her in Goblet of Fire. It's the first time we ever see her. So, okay, he's got his body back,
Despite the myth that
But
she's
he's got his
boa
body back.
constrictor
He's
in the
this
first
little
one,
thing.
She's
Mm.
not.
and cool, his servant has tracked him down, and his influence with snakes has drawn this magical snake out of hiding. Maybe he used it before. Maybe they have a long life, like bastards can live over 1,000 years. We know.
Yeah,
So maybe it's some sort like that. Maybe she was in hiding.
But
these
she's
16
part of
years.
Horcrux, isn't she? So I'd imagine she's...
She is a Horcrux, yeah.
Yeah,
I
she's
think
a
he-
Horcrux.
immortal, maybe?
He,
I don't know, is
I
that
think
how
he,
that works?
I think he made it after when he comes back to power.
Mm.
It was like an emergency one. He's like,
That's
shit.
another thing I hate.
like but when he gets brought back in 4, I think by that point, 2 of his Horcruxes are already destroyed.
Yeah, the book.
He doesn't know about
Let
Harry
me stop
being
there
a
a sec, though. In regards to the Horcruxes and things like that,
yeah.
do you really believe that she had any idea what she was doing before the 4th book? Like, truthfully now?
From what I've seen of, she had an idea of something that would go on to be developed into the Horcruxes. She did have that.
Like an A to Z, but not
whether
like a...
in
Because that's me, I feel like the Horcrux thing just comes out of nowhere.
right, so the
Like,
Horcruxes were a thing. So we see it from book 2. When was it from? Trying to
The
think.
diary is the main
but
one.
again,
The
no,
diary,
but,
that's
again,
when a
that's
part
her
of
going
Voldemort's
back and
soul.
retconning stuff that she didn't know how to explain or want to explain. Because I don't buy that she thought, right, this book now is going to be an important thing. Otherwise, I don't believe she would have explained it being destroyed by a Basilisk fan. She'd have done it with the book. I just don't think she had a clue what she was doing until like the last 3 books.
Personally, I think she had the idea of the Horcruxes. They're these Voldemort's, wherever point she had the idea that they
She
were gonna
basically
be
ripped off Lord of the
Voldemort's
Rings.
and so they're spread out for the box. Different points. One is destroyed. Thing.
Yeah.
So when he gets back alive, Voldemort has realised then one of his bit of his souls that he's used to keep himself alive is gone. He's panicked. He can feel it wherever the fucking thing is. So when Morgus starts getting destroyed like fucking Skittles, he panics. What's my most precious thing? Fucking Nagini. Put a bit of him into that. It's a giant fucking fuck off snake who's going to kill that.
Never leaves his side either, so he's always close to him.
Then at the end, when he gets really paranoid, he doesn't leave his fucking. He puts in a protective bubble then, doesn't it? He basically puts it in a little magical bubble, nothing can harm. Gets out of that bubble, and then Neville chops his fucking head off.
Yeah, that's it.
But the thing is, the sword is only able to
Do it because of
the
the
battle
blade.
event. That's because battle event is like the most corrosive thing in the magic world, apparently. I can just destroy anything.
But that's just a random. It just there's so much about the whole box as a whole that I just feel is just
which is also
last
it's
minute
also a
and
thing of
cobbled
why
together.
people always ask the question: why doesn't the Bastard of kill the part of his soul in Harry? Or why do he have to sacrifice his soul later on to
Yeah,
kill it?
really bit in hand, isn't it?
And obviously people always go, but he only bit his hand. The venom didn't kill him. Yeah, but it would have if folks hadn't
venom.
healed it. What's the timer on a piece of soul?
Hmm.
That wasn't
That's
even
true.
that wasn't even a purposeful Horcrux. Harry was accidentally made.
Yeah, he's the whole
So it's like, it's basically for everyone who doesn't know, when Voldemort tried to kill Harry, Lily, with his sacrifice, activated like very old magic. Basically, you use your life to make a enchanted bubble basically around.
Oh, is this when he originally went for the first
so
time?
basically, he kills his mother. She basically says, "Take me instead." He kills her anyway because he's like, "Fuck you," and then that creates a magical force field basically around Harry. So any attack he
Right,
did
okay.
was just going to rebound on him.
Okay.
He tried. That's what the killing curse did, wasn't it? It basically
Yeah.
knocked
So basically,
him
he killed the little bit of his soul left inside him because he already split his soul into the
Six.
diary, the goblet,
I think-
the diadem.
Is it 8?
I think he's only like
Seven.
1.8%.
Only
Seven.
seven. Harry was the 8th, which he didn't
Harry
realise.
Harry is technically more Voldemort than Voldemort.
Yes.
Because he split his soul.
Yeah.
Like,
So
so many
basically, every
times.
time you
okay.
make a Horcrux, you
Yeah.
split your soul in half. So
Yeah,
so
I
think
know
it
the
was
premise
diary
of certain
had
things like that.
half. That's why.
I didn't know the
riddle-
diary was one because I
Yeah.
never understood
Yeah.
that whole bit when I watched the film. That's why
Basically,
I sort of,
he
like,
wanted
didn't
something
pay
left
attention.
in Hogwarts, which also doesn't make sense because he left.
Because he left the diadem there.
Fucking
That's what I'm
diadem.
saying.
Yeah.
He's a mess. He's a mess.
No, I know. That's the thing.
She doesn't know what she's doing.
I think she had the idea of the Horcruxes. I believe that.
I
But
think.
her execution of it.
Nah, I
It's
think
sloppy
the only
as
thing
fuck.
she knew was she had a little boy with glasses called Harry and a bloke with no nose called Voldemort and a
Thing
guy
is,
with a beard.
in
named
early
Dumbledore.
drafts, this is
That's
the thing.
what she
In
did.
early drafts, think of Voldemort as this tiny little man with red eyes when on killing people. That was Voldemort in the original drafts.
That's a stupid
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a J.K. Rowling fan. She's not for me. I just.
Don't get me wrong, I'm
That's
not a
the
fan of
thing,
J.K.
like-
Rowling. I'm a Harry Potter. I like the world.
I like the world. Like the
Thing.
world interests me.
Yeah.
You know,
But her particular story
yeah.
doesn't interest me.
No,
you
I
what
know, I know, and it gets like I got the audiobooks on Audible, and Stephen Fry does a fantastic job. You haven't seen Fry read to you for 50, 80 hours, so it's fantastic anyway.
Why not Ace? Right.
But going back, especially Deathly Hallows, I have a different memory of Deathly Hallows than the one that's actually in print. A very different. So I remember Deathly Hallows totally different in certain parts. I remember
Right.
this being this way, this being this way, this happened there, this happened this way. Listening to it back, obviously being read it basically, it's totally different. I'm like,
really?
it's
Is
good.
it like
Right.
is it like an editions thing? Is it like one like an
No,
adult edition?
no, this
or-
is the same. As far as I know, the same thing as I read years and years ago. It's just in my head because I've thought of it so many times and gone through the lore like of what I've think. It's such a better version than what
Yeah.
she's got in print. If I can manage to get
That's
if I can focus myself
strange,
and
isn't
get
it?
it on paper, I'll try and get little bits
Yeah.
down and I'll show you guys a different time
Huh.
and just get a little like the bit I think has happened and the bit that actually happened in the book.
It's
I'll put them
just
side by
at
side
odds,
and just
like, yeah.
see because
Huh.
it's just such a more coherent and like nicely written,
I wonder if
in my
someone's
head-
cleaned that up for
Yeah.
for audio purposes.
which is obviously like
Mm.
with obviously when you remember stuff, you don't remember the exact thing that happened. You remember your version of events, and then that rewrites. Wow. So the amount of times I thought about a particular bit, especially at the end when Harry and Voldemort are circling each other, in my version of events, which I can't remember if it's the same, they basically in the Great Hall,
Yeah.
Bellatrix just been destroyed by Molly. She got fucking owned. And then Harry and Voldemort basically, in the centre, everyone's so parts, they're just left in the centre of this massive circle. And you start walking around each other. And Harry carefully, as like Sherlock Holmes or Poirot sort of thing, carefully shows Voldemort why the fuck he's wrong. It's like, no, that's not your fucking wand. You
that
killed-
whole Elder Wand thing, don't get me
yeah,
started on that.
it's,
That
ju-
doesn't
it's,
work.
it's just
either.
like, no.
Darby is the master of the Elder Wand because Darby's the one who fucking disarms them all first.
True, he's the only one that technically disarms it, otherwise Harry just snaps
Well,
his
yeah,
head.
No,
because
Harry'd already disarmed
no,
Draco
no.
downstairs.
Yes.
no,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It belonged to
'Cause-
Draco. It belonged to Draco first, then
'Cause
Harry
he disarmed
snatched,
Dumbledore.
and Harry took it off
Draco.
Draco.
Yeah.
Tech-
Dobby doesn't disarm Harry, but why would he?
no, because Draco kills Dumbledore. in
No,
Half-Blood
no, no, no,
Prince,
no. He disarms Dumbledore.
Disarmed them.
disarms
That's
Dumbledore
why.
in Half-Blood
That's why
Prince
he
either way.
kills. That's why Voldemort kills Snape.
And then Draco's the owner, and then the next time we see him is when they've been captured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Harry disarms him because he takes his Hawthorn wand. And then Dobby takes Bellatrix's wand, and then she goes on
Right.
like, "How dare you take woman's?" And he's like, "I'm afraid I'll fuck you, bitch."
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes
basically.
sense.
So yeah, and basically my ending is them circling each other, Harry going through this process one by one, and Voldemort just not comprehending it. 'Cause
Yeah, but I don't blame him. That's what I'm saying. That's too convoluted.
Hmm.
That's 3 books apart. That event. Who the fuck is remembering that? It's 3 books apart. That needs to be much more clearer. Like she's just
what's 3 books apart?
well, Dumbledore being disarmed, and then
One book.
No, yeah, I think it's the films.
No, I know.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
film. The
it's
films.
two films
Why
apart.
the
Yeah.
films? Thing is, the film split. Deathly Hallows was split into 2 films and still missed out on so much detail.
Yeah,
It made
100%.
no sense why they
No.
missed so much stuff out of that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not on with the Harry Potter thing. It just doesn't do it for me. It
Yeah.
just doesn't do it for me.
Don't worry.
I like the Harry Potter world and the concept, but like I said, I just don't like J.K. Rowling's story. I just think she's
I liked how,
messy writer and
like, I hated Malfoy throughout the entire thing, but I thought he actually turned out to be a bit of a, he was like that in-between character. I liked what he had to, I liked his part in it, personally.
Yeah.
See, he's
Tom
only
Felton played it really well. to be fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Also, he originally auditioned for Harry.
Is it?
Yeah.
Jack White will audition for Harry Potter as
Oh
well.
fucking
Really?
Yeah.
Aww.
Could you imagine his dad just giving him the disappointing to me?
Yeah.
Just sitting in his armchair with a cup of tea.
His dad could probably gone for Snape, to be fair.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Who's this?
That'd have been a great audition to see that.
No, I like
Yeah.
how I hated Malfoy throughout the film, but I realised he's actually not a bad person more than anything. He just hates Voldemort, doesn't he? He hates
Well, no,
it.
he's
I think
been
it was more
brought
he's
up by it.
brainwashed by his
Yeah,
dad. 'Cause
exactly,
his dad,
yeah.
what I saw of him in the second film, his dad is an utter ass.
He is.
Oh, yeah.
Lucius Malfoy is the most elitist prick. He's basically the wizard.
He's the
version of
Nigel
a soccer
Farage
man.
of the wizarding world. That's
Yeah.
the best way of describing it.
Yeah.
Lucius Malfoy is basically a wizard version of a soccer man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is, isn't he?
Can I speak to your manager, please? Lucius Malfoy is the flowing locks.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
To
He
be
has-
fair,
he has-
Jason
he has- he
Isaac
has-
played
he-
that to perfection.
Oh yeah, I mean the
Oh,
guy has the
casting in
guy.
those-
Yeah.
all those films is
Like, I love
spot
Jason
on.
Isaac
Oh,
so
yeah.
much, so he plays it beautifully.
I
I
can't
mean-
think of a single role in that's miscast in any of those films.
I would have preferred Buck Harry to the portrayal we got with Radcliffe. Don't
Mm.
get me wrong, he acted fine. It was the direction, obviously. It was transferring Buck Harry to film Harry. Just Buck Harry, there's a lot more quotes that are just funny. Like Snape is telling, he's giving Harry a hard time, whatever. And then basically saying, when you address me, you call me sir. Harry's response going, you just call me sir, Professor. I'm just like, I wish I
No,
would.
I don't like that.
I find little bits fine. Like, it's like just reading the box.
And you wonder why Snape is beating him.
Snape had plenty of reasons before that. I can't remember what book that is.
Snape me number one hero. I'm just gonna say it. He is, man. I think he
right,
is.
We'll have to agree to disagree on that because I've also made conversations with people that says, "Oh, Snape is my hero. I love him so much." It's like, ooh, really?
I get both your points, but
Yeah. Just when you look at why he did things and the way he
Yeah,
went,
Yeah, you look
are
at
right.
that, but then if you notice, he regretted it.
did he?
He wanted to be
And
with
to be
Lily.
fair, no, well,
The guy
he
hates
also
Voldemort
didn't-
with
he
a
also-
passion.
no, but he failed anyway.
Yeah.
They didn't save Lily either way.
That's
So
true.
realistically, he could have just been like, "Oh, well, fuck, I'm gonna stay dead here."
Thing is,
You
he
didn't
only,
have
he
to-
only found out about it after the Voldemort went to the things, and he couldn't exactly turn up there and say, "Voldemort, please don't kill her. I love her." There's been such a meme made out about that, and Voldemort's just like, "Fuck, you can, look, you can have any of them. No, but I want that one." But fine, now, no. Why don't you just like confront her? No, it must be pure. The fuck you on about?
Yeah.
I don't know. And that, going back to the earlier on when one of you said that if the Lombards had thing and Lilia went to him and said, "Will you join?" He could have gone, yeah, but then he could have gone, "You could confront us, you're mine now." Snape isn't above magical Ruffian, is he?
Well, yeah, he is, isn't he?
Is he?
Because he didn't do it.
No,
We know he didn't do it. So
Didn't
he
get-
obviously is above
didn't
it.
get a chance.
He did get a chance. He was in school with her for years.
Yeah, and after that, I thought, can I do
Mm.
Ruffian under Albus
I don't know, Dan. I
Dumbledore?
think your hate of Snape is under. We're going to do a poll. We'll do a poll and we'll find out what people
Right.
think.
Okay,
That's what we'll do. That's the only way to settle this.
okay.
Definitely.
Other MVP, Mad Eye Mooney.
Rudy is good.
Legend.
Moody's a boy and a half.
Absolute legend.
A disgraceful death, mind. The way she killed him.
Yeah,
fucking
that's
hell.
cheap, innit? And it's doubly so in the film because it
It's gone.
happens off screen. Like, how disrespectful to
I think in the
Brendan
book is like
Gleeson as
he
an
takes
actor.
a fucking killing curse to the chair, spiraling off the fucking thing, and then obviously we then see his eye in fucking. I can just say, of all the characters, the most hated character in the entire series is fucking Umbridge.
Oh,
Umbridge has
Yeah.
become the most hate. You have Voldemort, the literal
Dark.
Wizard of Darkness, fucking Umbridge and fluffy
She
pink
is
bitch.
vile, isn't she?
She the
Who's
one
the
who
actress
comes
that
in
plays
to take Dumbledore's place when he sent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
pink suit.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think.
man.
I think.
Well,
The
we'll
fucking
have
office
order.
is just wall to wall pink as well. It's disgusting.
Yeah,
The
because I
cats,
think
yeah,
people were
well.
saying that the person they chose to cast her was a great choice because
Um,
we hated this.
I can't think of.
Imelda Staunton.
That's it.
That's
She's
She
a great
nails
actor.
it.
She
Yeah,
does.
she's fucking top.
Thing is, apparently she's lovely as well in real life.
Well, she's
but
a
she
legend.
plays evil to perfection.
But that's the thing, though. That's the thing that I think about her character is that outwardly facing, she isn't evil. She's the type of teacher where, like, if you went to parents' evening, she would be your parents' favourite teacher because she comes across as so sweet
Yeah.
and all nice.
And she
with her
starts.
pink
She starts
thing.
like that, and she starts
Yeah.
like that, and then it's in the first defense against the Dark Arts class when Harry starts like really going. I was like, what you want to just pretend that Cedric didn't get killed, blah blah. It was a terrible accident, blah blah. And he just fucking loses it in the middle of the class, just screams at him, and it's like, oh,
But
there
that's
she
the
is.
necklace, though, isn't it? It's the
She
necklace.
doesn't have the necklace.
No, she steals
She's
it.
just that much of a bitch.
Oh,
It's interesting,
wow.
she takes-
Which
gets,
is why
yeah.
the necklace works. Because also in Deathly Hallows, we see a cast of Patronus, and Patronus you have to have like happy memories, but she's doing that while she's wearing the necklace with a
No,
bit
yeah,
of
but,
oversoul.
but hold on, that depends on your definition of happy, doesn't it?
Yeah,
You could have been happy
but
torturing.
the,
fucking
Yeah.
puppies,
it was explainable, but that Vomosoul or Horcruxes interfere with that sort of magic.
Right.
In fact, she's able to produce a full-on corporeal Patronus, which is like the Patronus in whatever form yours is. She's able to form like a perfect one with that around her fucking neck. It's like her level of like evil is so high
Up
that
there. She
a bit of
overrides
Vomosoul
Horcrux.
doesn't matter. It actually just feeds her,
Yeah.
which
Probably.
is
When was the locket made? Like, do we know that? Like,
The
was it,
locket,
like,
because
third,
was it
fourth?
regular Sartorius takes it at one
Yeah.
point, didn't he?
when did he do that? It was
The
during
locket.
the last.
Because surely the amount of soul that was in it would affect
So
that as
basically,
well.
Voldemort, Horcrux sounded, I think it's weird with thing. He makes the diary before he leaves Hogwarts.
Does he do the diadem before he
I think
Hogwarts?
he does
must
that
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well,
he
and
does,
hides
yeah.
it in the room requirement. Then he gets a job at Floss and Blots, the antique store we see in Chamber of Secrets and all that, where Lucius goes
with
to
the
sell stuff.
transportation
Yeah.
cabinet thing, yeah.
So he worked there, so he had access to go to people's houses and trade antiques, shit like that. He was basically an antique dealer. He goes to this woman who has Helga Hufflepuff's cup, so he gets the Hufflepuff one there.
Yeah.
Turns out at some point, Gryffindor. He can never find anything of Gryffindors. That was his regret. That he could just never find anything of Gryffindors. The only thing that everyone knows is Solar Gryffindor. which
Then
is
that
also-
only comes to when you need it. And I
It's
think
also in the headmaster's office,
yeah.
which
But even then, actually, it would still come to you if you need it.
oh yeah, bone to a Gryffindor.
Only to a Gryffindor, eh?
Yeah.
And
So-
Voldemort's far from it.
You have those three. Do you have the book, the diadem, which is both at Hogwarts, the cup where he steals it off the woman. What's another one? I'm trying to think.
The locket.
The locket.
The locket, which he finds.
Then you
somewhere.
have the
Or
locket.
you-
The locket is in the cave in Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah,
trying.
but he
I'm
didn't-
trying to think where
He must have
he
found
got
it somewhere before he put it in
Oh,
the
I think
game,
it was just a standard thing, wasn't it? I think it's just it was his
the
mum's.
the Gaunt's.
It was his
It was his
mum's.
mum's
And the
the
ring.
Gaunt's,
And don't forget the
Gaunt's
ring.
ring.
The
'Cause
ring.
isn't, like,
That was his
who
dad's.
were-
Wasn't it? No, his
no,
mum's
no.
ring. His I think it was
She
his
was a
mum.
Gaunt. Who,
Didn't he,
who
like,
are direct
hate his
descendants.
father?
Yeah,
He, like,
his father's a
despised him.
Muggle, so
Yeah, his father's Muggle.
So basically, the Gaunts were direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin. Obviously, he
Yeah.
revered Salazar, to put in godlyhood. So
Yeah.
he needed the ring.
Alright.
So I managed to find his.
Do we ever see
Grandfather?
the ring in the? Oh yeah,
yes,
do we?
it's what turns his
Yeah.
hand black.
They don't make much of a big deal out of it.
No.
though.
Basically,
That's it.
it's
Sorry, enough.
explained a lot more in the book.
Yeah, in the book there's like a whole thing about how Dumbledore actually got it
Yeah.
and stuff, and like how
Eventually refound it.
Yeah.
After Voldemort went there, killed his Romanian family who were disgraced as he found wizards, made the ring into a Horcrux, and then the locket at some point as well. But fucking Regulus managed to get into his crystal cave,
yeah.
steal the locket, switch out to a new one, and put in basically a note inside going, "Fuck
Ha-ha.
you, Voldemort! I got
Yeah.
your locket."
Basically, yeah, it's a big
and
fuck
he's-
you.
and
Catch
if
me if you can.
Yeah.
I don't know if he could have just like kept long way into the water with the inferi and just like fuck
Yeah,
you,
like-
try and find out, bitch, because yeah, it's mad.
That's the thing, see, innit? I mean, you think the most ideal hiding place for a locker would be somewhere like, at the bottom of the ocean, but no, it's all in these different locations, innit?
Well, he had to get it.
Oh, yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah,
if
yeah.
you put any jewellery in water, that's just technically copying Lord of the
Voldemort,
Rings.
but
You
that
don't want
might need it himself, so then he just cuts.
That's true, yeah,
he's only
true.
let that from getting
So
himself,
it's
Apart from the room
Yeah.
of requirement, really, where it just got lost over
could just
time.
put all of them in there. No one's gonna fucking find them.
That's true.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Did anyone ever play the games?
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
I played
Yeah.
Prisoner of Azkaban, and I played Order of the Phoenix, and I
I
thought,
played Chamber of Secrets quite a bit.
Yeah.
Chamber of Secrets was.
Do you ever play
Cheap
Philosopher's
man.
Stone?
no.
Yeah.
The Philosopher's
yeah.
Stone game
Play
was
that
I
one.
remember the Philosopher's Stone where we had the fight with like the firecracker thing. I hate that, man.
Yeah, Wizard Duels, which was
Ah.
just fire.
I thought-
Throwing
I thought
fires
the-
at each other.
No, I think I loved the Order of the Phoenix game because I had it on PS2. I love the part how you could change characters.
Yeah.
So you mainly play as Harry, but then there's some parts you have to play as Sirius Black, fighting Lucius and.
I don't think I got that far in the game.
No, that's really hard because what annoys me is you can actually defeat Lucius in that game, then Bellatrix still comes along and fucking nails you.
Yeah. Well, that's how it is in the fucking.
That's how it is. But then when you play as Dumbledore fighting Voldemort, that's class as well.
Yeah. Do you get when you got it come with like a map of Hogwarts and the other side was like a
Yes,
picture of the,
I think
of the
it
order?
did. I think it did.
Yeah,
That's pretty
it was really cool. It was like you had the new order, so you had the kids, you know, with picture of
Dumbledore's
that.
army.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then on the other side it was a map of Hogwarts because Hogwarts was fucking confusing. You know?
Oh yeah, and the other things I used to get lost all the fucking time.
Yeah. It was the same in Chamber of Secrets as well.
There were some parts of the game as everything it's bullshit, you know, like that doesn't need to be there. You don't need to do that, you know. You're never gonna fucking see that.
Yeah, that was the same in all games. Basically, just everything.
Yeah, but that's
don't
just
see.
fleshing out the world, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
So it was like in Chamber of Secrets where you didn't need to fly around the broomstick around Hogwarts, but you fucking did it anyway.
Yeah.
I think those first 2 games were way ahead of their time in terms of scope because they were just
They were pretty big games for
yeah, they
their
were
time.
decent. Yeah.
I wish the broomstick bit kept into 5 as well, because 5 was the biggest one they ever did. And I wish you could have flown a broomstick around there with those graphs as well, especially.
Oh, pretty cool.
I think the last one the last one I played was Prisoner of Azkaban because I vividly remember that last mission.
Where you
with the
dragging
Dementors.
Sirius.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was hard, man.
That was a
it
hard
was.
game.
I don't think I ever got past it. It was just a pain in the ass.
That Dementor's continuously chasing you, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you have to just stop and patrol and say every time.
Yeah.
And you'd forget at one point, and then they'd swarm you. And then, it
Did
was,
any of you guys ever get to play the PlayStation 3 game, J.K. Rowling's Magic Book? It's basically Harry Potter.
I think
with-
my mum bought it for her.
It was
Yeah.
like PlayStation Move.
Yeah, PlayStation.
I never
Yeah,
played
remember
it.
that.
How was it?
Basically, the whole idea of it, you were just making concoctions of like
Is
different
it?
potions and just creating different magics. So, because people were like, "Oh, is this going to add more stuff into like the whole canon of Harry Potter?" And it was like, "No, I think they just put her name on it because they didn't really have anyone else to do it."
Yeah,
you know?
money.
It's a magic book. Who wasn't? Oh, Harry Potter. Cool, we got it.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like if you got a magic game and you've got the lights of Harry Potter, you put Harry Potter's fucking human.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
good.
it's license to print money, innit?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
Which is
Star
why
Wars.
I'm quite shocked that they've never done just like a straight up open world, create your own character Harry Potter
We were on
RPG.
about so in one
They've
of the
done
podcasts.
it's
something
just
like that, but
baffled
it's a
me.
mobile game, and it apparently was
Yes,
shocking.
yeah.
It is,
absolutely
yeah. It's like
shocking.
Pokemon Go. It's made by the same people that make Pokemon Go now.
Yeah.
Because they did
It is
one. Do you see
shit.
the one they also did for Jurassic Park or Jurassic World? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jurassic World version as
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
which is you don't kill the dinosaur, catch them.
You breed them.
You extract DNA.
That's it. Yeah.
Fucking
It's
weird.
annoying. I played
Those
it.
things don't work because the concept isn't there. That concept works for Pokemon because that's already Pokemon's concept.
It's
Yeah,
the
you
concept
literally
that you
go out to
catch
the
them
world and
all.
you catch
Yeah.
things. That's it.
Yeah.
Like the only other thing that would maybe work with would be like maybe Digimon or Monster Rancher,
Oof.
and then people
Cool,
are just gonna be
Monster
like,
Rancher,
yeah,
that's
but
all
it's
that
just
is.
a
Cool.
deep cut reference, man. Monster
Wow.
Rancher, yes, bro, yes, bro. That's what the Revanites is all about, baby. But then, people are just gonna be like, oh, it's just a Pokemon rip-off then. So
Yeah, that's true.
which is what
even
they
though
said.
Digimon was first.
Yeah, but
And you know what else I really love, which I don't know, maybe you might get this, Craig, then if you got the Monster
Go on.
Ranch reference. Metabots.
Fuck yes.
Metabots. Oh,
Metabots.
Fucking love
yes.
Metabots.
Mate.
Oh, no.
That's
Who?
Metabots
Do you
needs a
know, oh
revival.
man, who doesn't know what Metabots
I've
are?
still got
Oh.
the GameCube game of that, where you literally just go around a
Yeah.
theme park taking out Metabots and just taking them.
Oh man, I play it on.
So good.
Yeah, all the time.
Did,
I love
did
it.
you guys ever have the little toys? And
Yeah,
you
I
swap
have
them
swap
out?
them.
Man, they were
Yeah.
sick. Who
Yeah.
has got
Yeah.
a fucking clue what I'm about?
No, you're just like, oh,
Metabee, no.
Metabe.
No.
Kusho.
Fuck.
Yes, lads.
I remember one.
Basically, think of it as
Oh,
like
man,
it's like a mix of Digimon, Pokemon. Then like Team Rocket was in it. but
Meets
they all,
Robot
well, they're the
Wars.
rubber Robo gang. They were just
Fuck,
basically
yeah,
wearing
I
black
Yeah, they were just-
jumpsuits
Yeah,
with
they were
like
just
little
like
bubbles on top
they
of their
stuck
heads.
on
And one of them was like a
dummies.
baby mafia kid. It was just way over the top.
It was ridiculous,
Right.
man. It was
I
so
tell you
good.
something. One of you may get or may not. Because every person I've asked.
Oh
I'm
yes,
fucking
Craig.
clue.
Well done.
Thank
I
you.
love it.
So basically, it was a thing where there was this little basic caveman kid.
Flint
And
the Time Detective. Flint the Time Detective.
it might be. They would go back in time and collect little monsters, and then the EO team would inject them with something, and they grow into massive monsters.
Or you want about Dinosaur King?
No, dinosaur.
No, not Dinosaur King. Okay, it might be Flint the Time Detective.
It
then.
might be.
It might be.
I can never remember the name.
Because he was brought back and then his dad was turned into a hammer.
Hammer, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
that's
you
Flint
got
the Time
It is
Detective.
Flint. Yeah.
Yes, finally. Someone knows what the fuck I'm on
That
about.
bad boy.
There we are.
Flint. Yeah, it
Do you
is.
remember the
There you go.
you know the old game shop in town in the market where it's
It's
like
still
right
there.
yeah,
It's still there.
but they used to have a poster of it and then they took it down and I forgot what
Yeah.
the fucking thing was called.
Loads of Studio Ghibli stuff has been added on Netflix.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been watching Porky
March-
Rosso.
February 1st, March 5th, and April 1st.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I know
a
Spirited
bit
Away
by
isn't
bit.
on there yet, obviously.
I think that's March.
Is it? Yeah, it's
think
gonna
so.
be.
Even
They're
March.
going to save that till last, aren't they?
Man. I've only seen a few Ghibli films. I haven't seen that many. I've seen Totoro, Porco Rosso.
I've seen the
Porco
main
Rosso, which
ones.
is my favourite. I love Porco Rosso.
I just like it because Michael Keaton plays Porky Rosso.
Fuck, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, in the English
Have
adaptation.
you seen Grave of the Fireflies?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you're gonna get those.
I've
feels.
heard.
It's-
That's well up your
To
street.
be fair though, I mean it's a very good concept of what Japan was going through. during
Yeah,
the
It's a
70s.
true story. It's
It's based on true
honestly,
story. Yeah.
I've genuinely believe that if they made it like a proper big budget live action version of Grave of the Fireflies,
I think
that's
they
an
do a
Oscar
good
winner.
job.
That's an Oscar winner, guaranteed.
Yeah.
I would
Spirited
put my
Away.
useless left tester on that being an Oscar winner.
I've never been a fan of Spirited Away, really. I don't know why.
Yeah.
See, that's the first one I watched, and I can see why it won an Oscar for its animation, but the story was a bit confusing for me. But I don't know if it's because I think in the English adaptation, because Japanese words are always like connected
That's-
one
yeah,
way or another,
yeah.
so they have to then try and get it in an English form.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work because the whole bit at the
Some
end
things just
where
don't
it's like
translate.
it starts off like she's in the spirit world, and then she's got to get her parents back, but then she's on a way to find herself, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
right, just pick one of the three, please, because I have no idea what's going on.
Did either ever, who may have seen it as well, Ariete? It's based on the
No.
borrowers.
Oh yeah, it's like Thumbelina but Japanese.
Yeah, it's like it's
Yeah.
meant to be
Yeah.
like Thumbelina and the
I know
Borrowers.
of it, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
It's good. It was on a few Christmases ago. It was pretty good actually.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm seeing obviously Totoro. I've seen.
I need to. I'm so behind on my
You
anime.
watched Totoro?
Yeah, I
You
watched
that
Totoro
the other night
for the
after we
first
watched
time.
Bambi.
Hey, Bambi's a good,
Yeah, we decided
a
one
good
night
film.
we'd get drunk round mine, we're watching Bambi, and then there's like, have you watched My Neighbour Totoro? He was like, no, I haven't put
That's
that
a
on
film
next.
I haven't seen for years. Bambi.
It's so fucking good. So good.
To be honest, I'm not a fan of some of them, but yeah.
Have you seen Castle in the Sky?
Yeah, Laputa.
No, I've seen The Cat Returns.
Yes.
That's
No.
good.
Yeah. Have you seen the film before that, Whisper of the Heart?
No.
Because it's like a sequel, it's like a prequel to Cat Returns, but it's not. So it's got certain characters from Cat
Oh,
Returns
nice.
in it. So like the Baron,
Yeah,
he's a whole part in Whisper of the Heart.
that's the
He's
cat, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
like the doll cat that
Yeah,
looks
I
like
got
a
it,
half human, half cat. Yeah, he's in that, but he's like got a different sort of thing. It's
Oh,
a
is
really
it?
nice story to be
Yeah,
fair.
Ghibli films are though. It's like that's
Yeah.
that thing, isn't it? Really.
The
Speaking of
only,
Ghibli,
the only one I did not like was Ponyo. That one was weird.
I've
was
seen
like- it
Ponyo.
was
I've
like-
seen bits of Ponyo.
Yeah, it just confused the hell out of me. It was like Little Mermaid, but yet she has weird.
Yeah,
weird
she
idea to
evolves
it.
and then de-evolves. And
Yeah,
the water sea tries to crush everything. Yeah, it's weird. That's Ponyo. That's Ghibli for you, to be fair.
yeah.
There's always
Yeah.
it's Japanese, and there's always
Yeah.
new concepts and mad things.
Yeah.
That's why we love them.
Go back to Harry Potter then. For the films that we have seen and the books that we have read, what is your favourite of each?
Favorite film? Oh, it's The Philosopher's Stone. Just because I just remember watching it and getting straight into it.
I hate those first two. No, I'm like,
I
I
liked
don't hate
it.
those first two. My problem with those first two. I don't know whether it's just like they just haven't aged well. Or
Maybe.
my first issue with it is the first three, like the three main kids in those first two are awful. Which is fair enough because they're kids and it's
Yeah.
their first
Yeah.
ever film and they're just not very good actors and they do get exponentially better from the third onwards, and some of the CGI is a bit
It's shit.
iffy, but again that could be just because it's the first
It's
two. They're like,
the-
alright, we'll give you a test of sort of CGI budget, or whether it's because it is as old as it is now. But those first two I could take or leave them. Like if I was to whip binge Harry Potter, I could probably skip the first two.
Just to sort of go off script here, guys, we actually know someone who was an extra on the first two films as part
Really?
of the Gryffindor Dawn.
Nice.
Yeah, that was just because she was quite surprised, as I said, I don't believe you, and she actually
What's her
pulled
name?
him out.
Is it Victoria?
Sophie Ayers. She's now an illustrator now. She actually does lots of illustrating for books.
Oh, sick.
But
I
yeah,
know a woman.
she was the one who told us, because I used to be friends with her back home, and I was like, oh,
No,
I
nice.
was like, oh yeah, I don't believe you, and she's like pulled him out, and she's like, it's me like, she actually has IMDb, which surprised me. I don't know if
Fair.
it's still on there now, but I was really surprised.
Awesome.
I know this one when I was doing magic at an event. I think you might have been there with me actually. Hugh.
Where was it? I've been to probably.
It was ages ago. It was in Yates, back when it was.
Oh
still
yes,
Yates.
the Harry Potter thing. Yep,
Yeah.
I was there. I was there.
We met this woman, Victoria McLean, who's like, she's been in all the Harry Potter films,
Mm.
and she won the Guinness World Record for the biggest Harry Potter collection.
Oh, her.
Yeah,
Oh, fair.
she's alright. She's a lovely woman. Shout out to her if she's listening, which she will be, because I'll make sure to send it to her.
I think my view is number one. So I've got a special place in my heart. It's just
Yeah.
It's just,
Just,
I
don't
remember
get me wrong,
watching it.
I remember like just that amazing, just awe of like this, just even the staircases moving, the pictures, moving,
The music
like,
I
oh my
liked as
God,
well.
This is like nothing I've ever
Yeah,
seen
they
before.
did have very good music the first.
Music was
yeah,
good.
the soundtrack for the first two.
Good.
Yeah, first two especially were fantastic. The soundtrack is no. Soundtrack.
Isn't it like quite funny how a film can stand or die by its score?
Yeah.
Mm.
Like notorious film scores.
Star Wars,
Yeah.
Indiana Jones,
Jaws.
Yeah.
Jaws.
Jaws is
Jurassic Park.
hear the- yeah. Oh, yes. Lord
You
of the
know,
Rings.
what I mean, I don't think
What's
with
that?
Star Wars you can't. When you hear like the opening title, you know, you just like.
But,
No,
Yeah.
but there's so many different ones in Star Wars. Like
Yes.
that's really, like with Lord of the Rings, it's just really that
Yeah,
main sort
it's
of
all
theme,
like
and like maybe the Helm's Deep
medievally
one.
grand music. But then
Whereas with Star
so-
Wars is like
you have the
got
main theme, then obviously my
Duel of
person
Fates.
Duel of Face.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, do
Across the Stars.
You know,
it's some good. John Williams, oof,
He's one. I think
he's a talented little boy, isn't he?
Won another
In
Oscar. I
fact,
think
he's
this
still
year.
making the music, and he's what, in his
Possibly,
80s now,
yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
he's 81 years old now.
He I
cracking
bought
on,
I bought
yeah.
episode 9. I bought episode 9 soundtrack on
yeah,
CD.
well, his class
And,
isn't that on my own.
Yeah, it's honestly right. What I like with that one is all the like, people apart from JJ, but you can go to the ditch, right? I don't care what he had to say. But John Williams wrote like a nice little piece. He worked himself for 40 years. I was like, shit.
I tried to think of many Oscars. Let's have a look at many Oscars John
He's
Williams
like-
has now.
I think he has quite a
No,
few.
he's
he's
done.
He's got
He's got a cabinet full probably.
No, he's done Indiana Jones. He's done Jurassic Park, I think as well. Did he do Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park must have definitely won the
Jurassic
sound.
Park,
Fucking
yeah.
bear
E.T. as well.
Yeah,
he did
E.T.
E.T.,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's a fan of. I think he liked Gustav Holst, who was also one of my other favourite composers. So you know, just like little snippets from the Planet Suite.
Oh,
He's
okay.
used for Star Wars. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Let's have a look.
I love-
So you won Best Original Score for Schindler's List,
Alright.
E.T., Star Wars Episode 4, Jaws, Fiddler on the Roof.
Amazing.
Um,
If I was a rich man.
nominated for fucking shitloads. Well, anything. So if I can find a better list. He's won 25 Grammy Awards, 7 British Academy Film Awards, 5
Wow.
Academy Awards and 4 Golden Globe Awards. With 52 Academy Award nominations, he's the second most nominated individual after Walt Disney. In 2005, the American Film Institute selected Williams' score of to 1977 Star Wars as the greatest American film score of all time.
Wow.
Fair play.
I mean,
That's a credential to leave behind that no
yeah,
one's going to
that's a hell of an achievement to like be second to Walt Disney when you consider Walt Disney had his finger in like every aspect of that filmmaking
And he
pie.
still has now, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's getting bigger.
And then there's John Williams who's like, I'll just go in and do my music, and then
Yeah,
like,
it's only music as well. That's the thing.
That's
It's
incredible,
not like visuals when he's not like a filmmaker. He's just music and
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
a composer.
that's talent, isn't it? That's a level beyond.
and obviously the royalties of all the fucking music he's done for everything, let alone films.
Oh yeah, that's a rich man. That is
Didn't he
a
also
rich
do?
man.
Didn't he also do the score for one of the American broadcasting companies? He actually did the score for that, like their.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. I'm sure there's a thing.
I
like
bet
that.
he's done scores for
But he's been working since the
like
70s, so
hundreds
Yeah,
of things where
probably,
we
you
just
know.
would never have even
Yeah,
thought
well,
of.
But it's
Who
the
knows?
thing, going slightly off topic, is I've listened to the scene for his audiobooks, and he's saying like, obviously you have actors who do films for that, but when you haven't got a film doing, you do adverts,
Something
or at
else,
least
yeah.
used to have his.
Yeah.
Voiceovers.
I know. I'm sure the same thing for like big score makers like Williams. You know, obviously he does massive things like Star Wars, you know, Easy whatever.
I bet he does adverts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet he's composed things that
Fuck,
we just
I
wouldn't have a clue.
he's an
but it's-
expert on just. Like,
He didn't do anything like The Shining at all, did he? Or any studio horror
No,
film?
I don't think
didn't
he
win
did
any, but he
Shining.
may be nominated
No, I
if
don't
he
think
did do
Williams.
it.
I don't think Williams ever worked with Kubrick.
No.
Superman. He done the Superman theme, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
John
it.
Williams.
Fuck,
Yeah.
hell,
I was gonna say, I'm
how
sure
could
he's
we get
done-
that.
Done an actual superhero one. Yeah.
Oh, like, oh.
Yeah, he won for the latest Star Wars film as well.
Yeah, I remember the Star Wars one was a big thing.
Saving Bright
See-
Ryan, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah,
Yeah, so Williams' career is 52 Oscar nominations, Walt Disney 59.
NBC News.
So I
Really?
I heard somewhere that you'd done it because apparently it was a very attentive score because it really caught you off because it wasn't like very upbeat. It was very attentive on how it was presented.
Lost in Space.
Really?
No way.
No way.
Wow.
Original or remake now?
Original.
I was going to say, yeah, probably.
But the remake's theme is the exact same.
That's
theme,
true,
so
true.
don't worry about it.
Right, just hey, you know that they've revamped it, right? I'm just gonna make sure.
His first Oscar nomination, received his first Oscar nomination back in 1968 for his work on Mark Robson's Valley of the Dolls. So,
Done the Olympics.
from 68, he's been going winning and stuff like. So fucking hell. And next year's was Fiddler on the Roof.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's been going since 1954.
Damn.
Mad.
Shit, man, he's been doing it for more than 50 years. When you need fucking...
What was it? Indiana Jones 5 literally just got announced as well.
Let's not talk about that.
No, please.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the film we don't need.
We've all look. South Park have already told us what's going to happen. We don't.
That's
want
true,
that.
yeah.
We don't want that to
That's
happen.
true.
Speaking of South Park, you've seen the South Park. None of you, neither of you two are on Twitter.
No.
Are you on Twitter, Craig?
No, I don't. Do
Jesus
that.
Christ, what's wrong with the three of you? It's 2020, man.
Uh,
God,
I'm
this,
very
I'm on
antisocial
Twitter.
about being
I'm on
antisocial.
Twitter, but I just don't use it.
There's this woman, an author. She's writing the She-Hulk comic. I don't know too much about it, but she tweeted out like 2 or 3 days ago, basically saying that South Park is to blame for all of society's problems, and people have obviously just wrecked this woman.
And this is when South Park replied back, "Keep an eye on this board for next week's episode."
Yeah. It was a huge thing. Like it was everywhere.
The
Like
thing is, like
celebrities were
Twitter,
getting
Twitter for
in.
me, like I see so many people say something and that's it. That the career's gone, and I can see that being that for her, or she's making a career out of like Katie Hopkins.
Fuck. Kate Hopkins fucking dying real.
Did you hear what happened in Sweden? Some guy actually flew her out there to give her
It
an
was,
award that was
South
completely
Africa.
fake.
Yes.
South Africa,
Yeah,
sorry.
the award. Oh, I'm gonna have to beat that, never mind.
Yeah, to get an award that there was unbelievable. You know, she thought it was a real award.
Oh,
It was
you heard something
class,
about
it was
that, yeah.
class,
I didn't realise it was in
absolutely
Sweden.
class.
Oh, fuck.
Who had the biggest douche award and who had the biggest douche in the Universe Award in South Park?
I was going to say, it was real life probably Kate Hopkins.
I think it's the psychic, the psychic
There we
quote.
go. So this is everything basically she wrote about it. It's a hefty deal. One of you remind me at about 8 o'clock that 56 minutes is where I need to beep there.
I'll make a note of it now.
going back to like the Harry Potter films, I've only seen the first 5. I lost attentive because 5 to me was a very slow one, but then I think a lot of people said the book was much better written than the. Obviously, it's going to be much better written anyway, but the actual order of things just wasn't there for me. There was nothing going on there for me. I felt like a bit lost, but then I think it's because I wasn't attentive as like other series that was going on at the time or other shows I was watching.
Yeah.
So
I
to
feel
me-
like Order of the Phoenix is the bridge.
Yeah.
It's like the bridge of a song where it's just there to get you to the next major.
Yeah.
Yeah.
bit.
Same with 6 really. 5 and 6 both.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, 5 has points which are important.
I mean,
Sirius
6 is handy
dies.
because it introduces the Horcrux.
Yeah.
But again, those, like you said, yeah, they just kind of exist as just a sort of little bridge to fill the
Yeah,
the
6
years.
basically says what these things are, even though they've been in the because in 6 it goes into a lot more detail with the flashbacks of what the fuck the Horcruxes even are. Because obviously in both the book and the film,
That's what I feel.
Slughorn
the film
full on
is missing
states
as
what
well.
a Horcrux is, because Riddle
Yeah.
asks him and he goes, "Oh yeah, Horcrux is." He goes, "Oh, it's just for academic purposes," which, you know,
Slughorn's a great character, man.
yeah, he's a good Slytherin. You know, he's ambitious, he's cunning, but he's in the end he's a decent person. Which I feel she fell into the trap of making the quote unquote bad house. I'm like, everyone in it has to be a bad person
Yeah.
in. Which I'm like, don't get me wrong, I know for purposes and story purposes that is the bad house. That's where a lot of the bad characters are, but not all of them. No, Peter Pettigrew was Gryffindor. I can't
Yeah.
think. But it's like Regulus Black was a Slytherin. He was one of the,
Yeah, he was the only one, wasn't he?
no, the only reason.
Oh no, yeah,
the-
no, I'm
the
sorry.
Duke
Sirius
one
was the only Gryffindor. All the other blacks
was
were.
Slytherin. That's why he
were-
blasts off the. Well, he left, and that's why
The
he blasts off
family
the
tree,
family
yeah.
tree. Which you can get wallpaper for that now. Or
It is.
Yeah, that doesn't shock me.
But it's like she fell into the trap of making this house the bad house, and so it's gone down
It's
in
written itself to a
pop
corner.
culture now.
Yeah.
It's like we were saying with Star Wars. They're written in threes, so they have to go in threes.
Yeah.
Slytherins have to be bad. That's why before the final battle starts, so obviously Minerva.
It locks them all in the dungeon.
Yeah, it's like I see something like comments like on memes and shit like that. Was like, do you have someone who also identifies as a Griffin, as a Slytherin thing? And it's like, Joe, how much I'd give to fight my family. I'm like, yeah, fair enough, because all their families most of them could be fucking racist. So if they don't think like that, then yeah, they.
Did you notice, right, that in I think, well, obviously during the final battle, the actor of Crab was changed. Because did you notice that?
Wasn't he changed?
You had Crab and Goyle, right? Malfoy's
Wasn't it
goons.
Didn't he
to
do
he-
something
wasn't
naughty?
it
Yeah,
to-
he got
arrested,
he got busted for
Yeah.
drugs.
Was
and he
that
got
what it
changed.
was?
Yeah, it was, he
Yeah.
got caught smoking.
I
So
know the
I
guy.
watched it and I was like,
No.
wait a minute.
No, it wasn't. It was.
It's
it
the
was-
guy who blows himself up, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a guy. Yeah, it was a guy that looked like
Was
him,
it
and he got done
the
for
Irish
it.
one.
But it turned out it wasn't him,
In
but because he'd
Gryffindor.
done so much damage to his
Phineas?
career, he
Is it
couldn't go
Phineas?
back.
Oh, what you mean?
Because
Seamus?
they also changed.
Seamus?
No, he's still in the final.
No,
No,
I know,
yeah.
but he got in like
No,
big trouble
no.
after.
Oh,
the
did he?
film
No,
was
that's no, no.
done.
Yeah.
Oh, after the film, yeah, I think,
Yeah,
after the film he did.
Yeah, so I think is it Crab or Gold? It's one of Crab or Gold.
Crab
and
it
it's replaced with a black
fat
guy.
one.
And no one
Notice
they
the
don't
question.
change his
I
name
did.
to make him a different. Because there is a character called Zachariah who's black in the thing.
Yeah.
They could have made him that character, but no, he's Crab or Gold, whichever.
Well, yeah, and they also changed how it panned out because originally, if you notice, Goyle falls into the fire, right?
It's
Fiend Fire.
the one who casts. The
Yeah,
Fiend Fire.
originally it was Crab.
which is the same.
Crab originally cast it, and he
Right,
fell in.
is that what it
But
is?
then because the new guy was in it, they
Yeah,
swapped
he's
around, so
Goyle.
Goyle fell in instead.
Yeah.
I was like, you just changed a bit of history there, but don't worry.
I mean, it's
They're
Crab,
both-
it's Crab or Gold.
They're both assholes anyway.
It's
They had
like-
it coming.
It was slabs of meat for Malfoy to order round, you know, and that's what. That's what.
And their
Reminded me of
parents
the
were-
two guys at the Power Rangers. What were their names? Butch and Snake. They just remind me of them.
Oh,
but just wizard versions of them.
Botch and Skull.
That's it.
Botch and Skull.
And Crab
Yeah.
and Goyle's parents
Butch and
were
Skull, that's
Death
what they
Eaters.
remind me of.
Oh, cool. We won't talk about it on here, but
Yeah. I don't know.
we'll do that after. Yeah. Sorry, I was away then. What were we on about?
Sorry, we were just on with the the cast and swap
Yeah.
for Crab or Gold, whichever
Alright,
fuck
yeah.
one it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
What do you think of that? What about that scene with the room requirement? I like the Fiend Fire thing. That was awesome.
Do you mean the room requirement in general, or just that scene?
I like the room requirement in general, but I didn't like how it sort of panned out to be that like storage room for everything else.
In the book,
I don't think there is a room requirement. I think there's multiple of them.
I think
magical,
that
so
could
it
be
moves
part.
around
Yeah,
and stuff
that's
like that.
true.
It doesn't
Actually,
really explain why one. Like I know the whole point of the room is it's what you need when it's there, but that doesn't explain why when Harry Potter goes in there, what he needs is a diadem. So just give him a room with a diadem in there, not a room full of.
junk.
So I think there's not a room requirement. I just think there's
There's
multiple
rooms.
rooms that
Well,
people don't
in-
know about.
in,
and,
um,
you know
They
what
just
I mean?
appear there when you need
Yeah.
them. Like yeah,
reading Terry Pratchett now is a character, you could call it, and it's the magical luggage, and
I think
basically
you're talking about this. It's like
yeah. So basically, the luggage is say if you put like dirty laundry into the luggage, or it's like a trunk, sorry.
I think I know
And
what you're on about.
Close it, and when he opens up, it's like fresh laundry. So it's either get magically washed when you're in it, or he's
Or it's
just
like
got a different compartment when he opens up with fresh clean.
Yeah.
So I've always seen it's like that. Basically, the room, it's like a pocket dimensioning sort of thing, wishy-washy timeline. So it basically changes what you need. If you need a place to store shit, it probably starts as a big room where someone goes
just a big empty room.
stick it in there and run,
Yeah.
and then over decades, hundreds of years, potentially, it's
Just been used for
everyone's
that
just
thing.
been used as that, and what was the room requirement? It's not anymore.
It's just an X machina, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
just-
it is. It was used from 5. They needed a place to train. Hogwarts provided. That was the thing. It's basically, yeah. It's never quite clear if Hogwarts is alive in
Sentient.
a way, or if it's
Yeah.
just been bewitched. Someone a shiny place. Bewitched this room to only
That's what I
turn
mean.
up
There's
when
so
I need
much
it.
that they need to explain about Hogwarts because we don't really know much.
in
Yeah.
the
I
books
don't
they explain a
because I've not
lot.
read the books.
No, but
In the
in
books
general,
it
we
explains
don't really.
quite a bit, doesn't it? Like how the food appears is actually all done underneath
Plus,
it.
Yeah.
also you got all the other wizarding schools out there that you learn from the Goblet of
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
So we'd like to see more about that.
Doom's
We have
Right,
Doom's
oh,
Strang, you
gosh.
have Beauxbaton, and you have
The American one.
Ilvermorny,
Yeah,
which is
top
the
of that, you got
American
the
one. But
American
you only have
schools as
4
well.
now. No, yeah, 4. So we have 4
I found
prison schools so far.
Flair was it? The
Flair,
Flair.
okay.
She's a bit of a wasteful character. She's just there
In
for someone
the
for
book,
just
she
for
gets a little bit
fanboys to
more-
fall in love
Yes.
with. Besides Hermione Granger, of course.
She should be fangirl, wasn't she?
That's true. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
but
she was a fangirl of Victor Crumb,
in
wasn't
the,
it?
Well, Well, no, she wasn't.
She ended up
specifically
becoming-
didn't like the
No,
Crown.
she ends up becoming, does she?
I always saw myself as Ron Weasley because I'd be that kind of guy that's clumsy, but somehow it all worked out in the end.
Yeah.
I know, that's mad, that is. I was like, no way Ron can do that. And I was like, wow, fair play. Go on you, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's interesting. But
Don't hear much from Rupert Grint these days, do you?
No, well,
He's driving around in his ice cream van.
yeah, he's giving
Apparently,
free ice creams away. That's a bit of a questionable thing, but okay.
apparently he's with the girl who played Angus from Angus Farms in Perfect Snowman.
Yeah.
Just something that came up on the thing a while back. It was like, oh,
Yeah.
cool.
I was just say I know him
He's still
and
like
Ed Sheeran are big things because he used to be in two of his music videos, didn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got matching tattoos as well, haven't they?
he?
Yeah.
Apparently the
Yeah,
thing.
did you not hear what he did when it was coming to the end and shooting of Deathly Hallows Part 2? He went and bought really odd gifts, and he bought, like, I think it was either Daniel or Emma, like a trumpet with engravements on it.
Oh, that's good, no, because then they'll always remember that. That's
Yeah,
a good
it's-
idea.
it's
Rupert's
all-
fucking weird with money and shit. What the
Yeah.
fuck's he bought now? His birthday present. Oh, if it's for fucking Rupert, what's going to be us? A stuffed monkey, cool. Put with the other 13 that we got over the years.
Add it to the pile.
That I can actually imagine being that friend who just buys weird shit for you that you just found. This be fun for them. Cool.
Yeah.
Do you reckon they'll
That's
do a
what it is,
film,
you said it's something
The Cursed
around-
Child? There's always those rumours.
Nah,
What,
they
no?
won't.
There'll
No.
be a film.
I thought not.
But that's
Dunno.
they won't because it's so trash.
I think
Yeah.
at the moment they're just going to concentrate on
The
the
theatre.
the whole Fantastic Beasts, especially if you say what they're going to make it into five films.
Five
or so,
films.
I don't know if it's a good idea. I'd like to see the Wizarding War before.
I've said on on the Conversation Is podcast like 3 or 4 different episodes that I'd love to see a HBO prequel series, which is the 4 heads of
Oh, the
the
houses.
4 founders.
I-
and
yeah,
founding
I-
Hogwarts.
Not with you, but I talked about someone else with someone,
Yeah.
and we're like, it would be interesting to see them either maybe I don't know.
Like a wizard in Game of Thrones.
Maybe- maybe Gryffindor
when all
going
of them
around.
growing up
Mm.
in Wizard, so like young
Yeah.
Snape, young Potters and things like that. That'd be something to be worthwhile.
I don't know about that because we see obviously we don't see it loads. We see enough. I feel within, especially within the flashbacks when Snape and Harry's in the
Yeah.
thing, or later on when he's.
Oh, I don't think you
shown.
need to touch on like any of the book characters in any prequels.
But I feel a founder series because I've talked
think,
about that
yeah.
before with someone. I think that'll be
How
Especially-
like the first like Snape, the first how the Snape
like
talk
no, but
became what it
just
was.
Fountain House, but obviously Salazar Slytherin just like setting up the Chamber of Secrets.
basically.
and being an absolute
I'd like
D-bag.
I'd like to be either comes to it at the end they've got Hogwarts there, or first few episodes they're going around, basically first 3 episodes they're going around, one of them is collecting the other 3 houses.
Yeah.
Maybe Helga Hufflepuff. I mean, she, from what we see or hear of her throughout the series, she was supposed to be a really kind, sort of nice, bubbly sort of witch. I think it'd be cool to sort of see this dumpy little witch sort of squatting around, try and square up to a giant party warrior of a thing, or a weird warlock character, Salazar. Getting him on her side, come on, because she's Helga Hufflepuff, so you gotta like her.
Mm.
And
Because
then
they all got on at first, didn't they? And they just sort of, is that right?
what I'd like to see
They weren't
though
always
is
enemies, were they?
the end of that. Basically, throughout the series, you see sort of start in Hogwarts or building Hogwarts, and then in sort of bits you see Salazar in deeps of under it.
Yeah, his own
making the
stuff. Yeah,
secret.
like he does his own thing.
Maybe he has an egg or something that it cracks, and you just see like glowing orange light, but then you don't see anything else because you also know what the fuck that is. That's the basilisk. And then the last thing would be Salazar for this Gryffindor, full on just like most epic duel ever made.
I'd like him to fucking pull the rug
No.
from under our feet and be like, actually,
There was only one.
Godric Gryffindor built the Chamber of Secrets, and he was the dick and not Salazar Slytherin.
They wouldn't do that because
They wouldn't have the balls to do it.
mainly because Salazar Slytherin's face he comes
as
out
soon
of.
as that happens, JK's going to be like, no, Retcon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, right. So
The Chamber of Secrets is gay.
you think
The Chamber of Secrets used to be a chamber just
Yeah.
purely for Salazar's dirty sex.
Yeah, exactly.
that's what
50
that's,
Shades of
There's different
Salazar.
kinds
Oh,
of snakes.
God,
Yeah,
50 Shades of Salazar.
The Basilisk was like the champion level of what
Yeah.
you were going to do.
It was actually a snake toy. He just got out of hand. But no, it'd be like in the film, it's just Salazar Slytherin's face and it's like a giant head that he comes out of the mouth.
Yeah.
I think if I remember right, in the book, it's like a giant fuck off statue, like full body statue of him, and he still comes out of the mouth, but it always comes from behind something like that, and just curls around the body, which I think is so much fucking cool.
That would be cool. That would be
Just imagine
That would have been a much cooler
a
image.
dirty
in the film,
fuck
yeah.
off snake just wrapped in that, and then just,
I wonder why they didn't do that.
what I'd love to see is because
PG.
in the film, when the bastard comes out, it's so like silent. Which fair enough, a snake is no silent, but it's a 30-foot snake.
You're gonna hear hear its scales
But
rolling
but
across
I
the
will-
like
You're
floor.
going to feel it going across the floor.
Harry
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
Harry maybe losing his balance, but just
Yeah.
as fuck off snake just comes.
Just to issue that bit of scale to it. Like,
Yeah, just to
you.
feel the weight of it, because otherwise it just seems like.
You can very much tell Daniel Radcliffe's in that room staring at a tennis ball rather than a snake.
Well, when he's on top of the thing, which also he was literally on top of like a 20-foot, 30-foot head, which I feel his mum would be on site going, "Oh, he's gonna fucking fall. He's gonna fucking fall."
Ah.
Can you imagine that just being on?
Have you seen? Any of you watched the? Have any of you watched Extras? Ricky Gervais.
I've seen a little bit.
I've
of
seen a
it.
couple of
Well,
episodes.
there's a Harry
like that.
Potter episode
Is there
with
really?
Daniel Radcliffe, but he's like 13,
Yeah.
but he's trying to act like all like grown up around one of the extras who's like pretend to small. He's talking about like these condoms, and his mum's there like, "Where'd you get this condom?" And he's blaming it on other actresses. And he's like trying to open this condom at one point, but he flicks it and it ends up on Maggie Smith's like head, just down. That was so funny.
What was funny with Dan Wright and Maggie Smith? He acted alongside her in a different film she did, as he was also a young boy.
I watched
And
it
then-
actually. It was a not remake. It was a rendition of Charles Dickens' David
Oh,
Copperfield.
yes.
Yeah,
that's
he
it.
plays young David Copperfield. It's actually
And,
really, it's very good to watch. Actually,
yeah.
I'd recommend watching it.
But basically, like, she recommended, obviously, having acted alongside this kid, she recommended him, obviously, he got the part and everything. But when Maggie Smith ended up getting cancer, I think it was during filming of Deathly Hallows, I think it was. Obviously, Dan wasn't.
You know the father in the new Lost in Space. He's Maggie Smith's son.
Is it really?
Wow,
No way.
Really?
No way. I wouldn't have thought that.
He also used to be in a series called Black Sails, which is really good.
I've seen
And
that.
he was in one of the James Bonds, Die Another Day.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I
What,
wouldn't
was he
have
the
thought.
one who plays Gustav Graves?
I don't know the characters.
The main guy.
Yeah,
He
the
was
main
originally
guy.
a Korean dude
Yeah, and he has,
turned
like,
into
the
a British
face
man
thing.
like that.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that Maggie Smith's son?
I
Is it?
think that's the guy you're talking
With
about.
Yeah.
Pierce
Yeah.
Brosnan.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, right, okay.
Yes.
But yeah, all I was saying is when she got cancer and everything, she was off like not on camera because she wasn't on camera much in that film, or was it sick? Whatever. When he wasn't working or on camera, he would be a like personal assistant and just. So there's a picture of Daniel Radcliffe. Mike's just sitting down in the chair with a coat and what reading paper. He's there with an umbrella for her, just standing holding an umbrella, which is like it's Maggie Smith. You fucking hold her umbrella.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. It's apparently they keep in contact or they kept in contact after, and she's like giving like.
She's like never aged because like the first time I ever saw her was in Hook and I was just like watching it and then just pressed.
Oh fuck! I forgot.
I genuinely thought myself, "Gosh, she must be getting on then." And when I looked
Christ,
her up on
she's in Hook,
IMDb,
isn't she?
She's Wendy.
because
Wendy,
the first,
is it?
the
Yeah.
first, like the first
Christ.
Lewis
Mad.
Carroll one.
That's a good pull. Fucking hell, yeah, good pull, man.
Because
Christ.
the other film she was in was a Michael Palin film called The Missionary. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
No,
It's a
no.
proper slapstick comedy, but very
Yeah.
rude at the time because it was like just after all the Pythons had split after what had happened with Chatham. And she's in that, and she doesn't look like she's aged much in there either.
She's 85.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
She's in Downton Abbey now. She's just like head of the house.
Christ.
Yeah. Downton Abbey, Harry Potter, Sister Act, Lady in the Van, which also I think had Rupert Smith, I think it did.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Maggie Smith in there. No one needs to know who Maggie Smith is.
No, not at all.
If you don't know why you even listen to this episode,
Go
it doesn't
watch-
make sense.
Go watch Harry Potter films, go and watch Maggie Smith's filmology.
Definitely at least Wikipedia Harry Potter before listening to this episode. I mean,
Least.
come on.
Maybe have a look at the Harry Potter wiki.
Pottermore.
We don't need to, because if you
Basically,
listen to
doing
this
more
episode,
research than I
Dan will
did
tell
when I
me
turned up
everything.
the day.
The Harry Potter wiki is just fun. It's just you go on spells and what's that spell? Oh, okay, cool.
What about toys then? Anyone saw any good Harry Potter toys?
I didn't collect them. I just got the
They
box.
did.
set.
Remember how they did a Pokédex, the original one.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
they
had
did
the
a-
spell book, purple
Yeah,
one.
they did that. I had that. There was a little, there was a little box bit. There was a little spell box, and they were like different colours. And so basically, you opened one side, and inside was a little metal figure. So you basically just like turned the figure up and closed the box back, and it was like a stand basically.
Yeah.
They were really cool. Really, I had a fluffy one. I had a Harry one, I think it was. Basically, they're really nice and detailed little figures.
I remember when they started bringing out all the sweets, so you could obviously get all the chocolate
Oh, the
frogs.
sweets
Oh,
are
man.
The cards, I used to
amazing.
get them. That's the
Yeah.
things.
Fuck,
Or
they have
flavoured beans.
yeah,
thinking of
flavoured
it,
beans are amazing.
about the chocolate frogs in Primark, they have obviously Harry Potter stuff. They always do. but they have chocolate frogs
Oh,
by
really?
some of the characters.
Oh, that's pretty
So me and my girlfriend.
They're like proper ones now, because remember when they first come out, they had really good cards and the 3D ones, but like the packaging wasn't like
Yeah.
it was, whereas now it's like
When
cool.
I went
Way it
to-
should be.
yeah.
I've got to say, don't get the fucking ones in Primark, because me and my girlfriend in Primark. We thought, we'll pick these up. It's just by the counter. We bought cool, maybe £2 each. Okay, cool, whatever. Chocolate was shit, but it's in a chocolate frog, so you get it for that, and give it a little card, autograph card.
Yeah.
Bit about whoever it is. I got person who founded Hogsmeade, so that was pretty fun. So good little backs on. Yeah, but 2 days later, she was back over mine, and we found the receipt. They were like fucking £4 each. Didn't fucking realise. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, no,
The
Yeah.
thing is, it's niche. They're gonna get, you know, you're gonna.
it's
pay
I
for
think
it.
it's because they come from like the American market. It's
Yeah.
like American prices,
When I went
it's mad
to
price.
Florida, I went to Universal Studios and I went to like Diagon Alley and the Gringotts stuff and like
Man, I want to so bad.
it was awesome.
Is
It
Harry
was
Potter World still in London? I can't remember.
No, it's a studio.
It's the studio.
Studio.
thing.
I've been to
Sorry,
studios once. I'm hopefully I'm going there soon again, but fuck, it's so good.
like it was
I
good to see that.
I haven't heard good things about the Secret Tour. I
Really?
mean, it's a bit boring.
See, I've heard a lot of good things, but then
Yeah.
when people tell me they go during the winter time because they change it all for the
Yeah.
winter season.
It's good. It's a
Yeah, that's what a lot of
giant
people
fuck
have told
off
me.
tree.
I think a lot of people have told me that, but I don't know more about the summer. Maybe because
It's
more-
basically Harry Potter
Also, to be
museum.
fair, the person who told me went like when it first opened, and they said it was actually just like touring a movie set. I think it was before they added in like they got like the Forbidden Forest and
I
all that
went
shit now,
when did I
like-
go out in my first year of uni, so I was 4 years ago now. So yeah, I've been open for a year, maybe about a year. I think by that point.
Yeah, when I
It's
went.
good.
Yeah, like
I like it.
when I went, we didn't
I
really
suppose
have
it
like
depends how into the films you are.
Yeah,
as
exactly.
Yeah,
well,
and
I
the
mean.
law and
like
everything.
my friends, the friends I went to Universal with, they love Harry Potter. It's like it's just amazing to see. Like you had the Gringotts Bank with the dragon on top. You had like there's like Ollivander's shop and all
Yeah.
that. It was awesome.
It's a shame there's no sort of not Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings sort of like thing. I know you've got the Shire, you can go visit New Zealand. There's nothing in like
That's
America.
all fucking overgrown and abandoned anyway. It's not like it's not a great place to go to.
No.
Don't look like it does in the films.
But it's like in
Tell you
Unfortunately,
that for a fact.
unfortunately not.
Yeah.
it was like in the studio tour. So basically, the studio is you have the main lobby bit, which has obviously the ticket desks and the gift shop, which you can go into in the gift shop as just there like. But there's also an entrance to the gift shop at the end of the studio tour.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Obviously, yeah, you want to guide you into there, but you can go either way. But you can't go into the tour from that. You have to go in through the side where they go, oh cool, ticket, cool, give you a badge. So you go in and you're in a little theatre first. It gives you a small brief documentary about film and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Goes in them, and then what you first see is the Great Hall,
Yeah.
which is actually pretty cool. It's just obviously it hasn't got tables or anything, but
That's designed to give you that same
exactly,
feeling that they
yeah.
get.
Which obviously they get when they first go into it. They're like, what the fuck? It's actually really cool. So you see all the different gargoyles and things on the other side. You could stay in there as long as you want to see the fake food they've got, or they had. Obviously, some was fake and a lot of it was real when they had the banquet part, especially in the first one.
Yeah.
Which I think maybe is why the banquet part is unseen in 2, because maybe they didn't want to cook so much fucking food.
Cost.
Yeah,
cost.
probably.
Also, Harry and Ron don't go into the banquet in second. They fly a car in. But yes, you go in and you go through another set of doors, and you're basically in the room requirement.
Right.
It's just piles of stuff which you would have seen in the movie.
Oh no, that's not part of the tour. That's you got lost.
No, I didn't.
They say WC outside of the door.
I could imagine people doing that. They were like just
Yeah.
walking into a random closet and be like, oh wait, no, it's just a closet.
Yeah. So basically, it's fucking massive. Obviously, it's like a studio to it, but they've obviously a studio building, but they've turned it into different bits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like the first thing you see pretty much is the room requirement part. So it's like stacks of things that you would have seen in there.
Mm.
So I was looking at one pile, and it's got like
Like a cabinet and
what's
stuff like
Dobby House Elf. So it's got
House
House Elf armor, like a full set,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
which
That's
which
pretty
obviously
cool.
you'd never see and never gets brought up. But obviously,
Yeah.
if you think of it, they were basically servants. They would have taken them to war.
Yeah.
So you want the
Yeah,
servant to
like
survive.
spies
So
and shit. Yeah, that's
yeah,
really
so
nice.
they can have armor. Yeah, so it's a set of goblin armor.
No, but see, that's what I mean about. I love the world more
Yeah.
than I love.
Yeah,
The
no,
story.
I'm-
You've literally
I
got
know
a brief
what you-
perspective in 7.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you got
basically,
you got someone's perspective
yeah,
of it.
you go through the entire thing, and then it's like there's that bit, and there's different bits where it's like the Gryffindor common room, Snape's dungeon, Slytherin common room, all this, Dumbledore's office, which is actually really really fucking cool. Because in each one they have the costumes of the characters. So obviously Dumbledore has like 3 or 4 different costumes for obviously
Yeah.
Richard Harris, his costume's awesome. Then Michael Gambon's fluorescent stuff that you wore. But then you have like the Chamber of Secrets door, the door to it, and you see the working behind it. It's fucking cool.
Yeah.
It's, and you have
It actually worked.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty
It's
dope.
so
That is
basically
pretty cool.
you have the vault door of the Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah.
Behind there was all like pistons, so it was like deadbolts basically.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing. I'd imagine that was CGI.
Basically,
That's pretty
they
impressive.
took what is like in a bank vault and they
Yeah.
shrunk it down. I think. What I
All right.
remember.
Okay.
It's basically like a small version.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Sweet.
with the Goblin door, which Grimlock puts his claw through, that's real. That's an actual door.
That's
Uh,
mad. I thought
So you
that
see the
was
first, you see
CGI.
the front part. You can walk all the way around it. You see the front part, and it's all the intricate sort of thing. Of
Yeah,
it. But then you see the back part. It's an actual door. So
that's pretty sweet.
No,
Yeah,
that's
that's
pretty
pretty-
good.
that's
That's
interesting.
interesting.
that's why the first two films are so, in my opinion, so different. Is because they use pretty much
a lot
all
more
practical.
actual practical props.
Yeah. So like all things like Chamber of Secrets door,
That would make sense as well. Like when I was saying earlier about
Fluffy
maybe having
is
shorter
a
CGI
is a
budget
puppet.
puppet. Yeah, I knew that.
The you have certain ones
What,
in
the
the later films.
three-headed dog from that? Yeah.
Yeah. It was puppetry,
I imagine it's
but it was
CGI
it was mainly
Yeah.
CG. But it was still obviously it was the tennis balls that they used, but yeah, they had mock ones.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But yeah, you go for that. You see all different sets. Do you remember in the later ones with the Ministry of Magic had that giant fuck off statue? That was like a crushing.
the people the medals under it.
It was
yeah.
that's a full size statue. It was made out of polystyrene, like full size statue, all carved and everything.
That's pretty
Really fucking cool. Go outside in the food court bit and it's shit. Then you go up to your Privet Drive.
Is the food court themed though?
It's just a food court.
Ah.
They had Butterbean
See,
there,
that-
which
that-
I didn't
that's
get
insane,
because
isn't it?
Butterbean
Like,
is going to be
go
sweet
out,
as
man.
fuck. But yeah, so you're outside in Privet Drive, you can see the house and everything. I think when I went there, you had a bit of the bridge. You can go on, you can go walk across. It's just literally a bridge in a parking lot, pretty much. And then the next building is the creature house. Then, like the portico bit, they have the chess pieces.
Right.
So the chess pieces are full on like life size, so they are on the thing. They're fucking massive. And you can take a picture next to them, all that sort of stuff. And you go to the creature house, and it's just this big fuck off room. And it's just different creatures. You have Hagrid's prosthetic head, which is obviously Robbie Coltrane.
Yeah.
More, 'cause obviously Robbie Coltrane is 5'10", whatever he is.
Yeah, he was quite small
Hagrid
considering.
is fucking massive. One of the tricks they used with that, because you have Hagrid set as well. There was 2 Hagrid sets. So
Yeah,
Robbie's
yeah.
set, which is all normal
And then there's
size,
like a, yeah,
as a
that-
scaled
yeah,
up
I
version where
remember
all the
that, yeah,
actors used to
scaled
sit
up.
in. So basically, it was a giant chair where the kids never used to sit in that. And then you have when anyone was Robbie's being filmed, then you had Robbie's set. Everyone else filmed in, which seems like you sit in a giant's chair,
Yeah.
which is really cool how they did it.
Yeah.
And then obviously you go in Creature House, see all the different ones, see Voldemort's weird little fetus form and shit like that.
That's amazing.
You see the Hungarian Horntail, they've just got the head
Oh,
mounted.
nice.
Oh wow.
When my friend, he knows I'm terrified of spiders. Went through, is Buckbeak in there? Animatron, no, he's laying down tied. The animatron Buckbeak's there, oh fuck, that's cool. So it actually works, the head moves, the beak goes, really cool. The fucking
And you got Aragorn.
Arachnomantula child, one of his babies, up on the thing, staring at the entrance. I fucking shit myself.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
8 foot fucking leg with spiders staring at me.
8-foot leg with spiders.
Yep. So probably one of the best bits after you get through that bit. You go through like an art gallery sort of bit where it's like little scale models all in white. It's just like basically basic stuff.
All
They
the
used to
white
create.
Things they use for
And
quarter
then-
shots.
No. These are like the basics of it, and then the mock-ups they use first of all. Get through that bit. And
There's
the room, one of the
Oh,
last
models,
rooms is the last room's like a one bit where it's like everyone's who's worked in the cast and the crew. They all got their names on a one box. So
Yeah.
those were quite cool. But one of the second last rooms I think it was, it had the model of Hogwarts, which they used for all the outside shots. It's just incredible. They're so detailed, and if you go up in the winter time,
Yeah, they put it all in, cover
with-
it in snow. That's
Yeah.
that's what I've been
That's
told.
brilliant.
And
And
it had little footprints where Hagrid would
On
have
the way.
walked. And it was
I bet that's a cool job to have. Though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just,
also each window which is lit is each individually lit by a little bulb.
Oh wow,
sweet.
that's good.
That's
Um,
pretty cool.
But yeah, but now they've got.
Who made that model? Was it like ILM? It's gotta be
I
ILM.
don't know, but it apparently it took them fucking while.
Gotta be
I
but,
ILM.
say if it's a full-on cast detail of the
It's
outside
big.
of Hogwarts,
It's fucking
yeah.
big. But yeah, they've got. I think now they've got Gringotts Bank, which they've. Oh no, they're introducing it.
They
Later
can say
this
I know
year,
they're
I think it is.
introducing
Yeah,
Gringotts
I went
back.
to
Um,
Gringotts.
They've
in-
got the Forbidden Forest, which they've got Aragorn's Lair, which I will not go into. I'll be walking because they've got a second path for people who are afraid of spiders, so you can go around it. They've got the Hogwarts Express there. I think there's something else, but I can't think what. But yeah, Gringotts would be a good.
Gringotts is good. In Florida, when I went, they had like, you walk in and you actually have to you see the whole entrance and you have robot, automatic goblins going like that.
Nice.
And they actually have the newspapers, but they change it continuously, and it's really, really cool. They had a ride there called Escape from Gringotts, and it's awesome.
Oh, it's in the car.
Yeah.
That was fun. It's just meant that they got detail going into it, and these things you just look at you and look down and carry on stamping. I'm like, what? Looks real.
Another part as well, it's got a bit of Diagon Alley in it as well.
Oh, yeah,
And it's got, you can't go into any of the shops, which I was really gutted by. But it has a lot of different shops, like the pet shops, like that. But it also has Wizards Weezers. And it's the shop with the
top hat.
It was really cool. You saw obviously he has a bucket that constantly empties.
Yeah, they're all just exterior sets, aren't they?
It was really cool seeing them. Yeah, you just walk through the street. It was all detailed in the window as well. If you wanted, you can just sort of look in.
Sweet.
It was actually really cool.
Yeah. Again, it's not something I'd actively go to, but I'd probably be a bit more inclined to check it out now. It sounds a lot cooler than what I've been told.
I think I was looking the other day. It was about 45, 44, something like that.
That's not bad, to be fair.
So it's not.
Especially since they keep adding
I
stuff as well. It's when
it's
when that price is there, there's nothing there, and you're like,
Yeah,
oh my god.
but it's like I'm up in London in July anyway, so I might try and get tickets for that because I haven't been for a few years and they've got so much more there. So yeah,
sweet. Okay, and that's it for episode 4 of the Revanites Podcast. I have been Ash Hughes, and with me as always is
Dan Adam,
Hugh Phillips,
and our special guest today,
Craig Gregory.
Thanks for listening. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to Hillrat Productions on YouTube. Click that little bell so you can hear when we're uploading stuff. I don't know why I'm doing things with my hands because you can't see me. But that's it for another week. And, well, we'll catch you soon. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.